I watched the losers bracket series or the losers match series before I went to class today.
Ah, cool, cool. Well, spawning here on the right side of the map on Metropolis, guys, it's going to be our team property representative, Buffy, as the Blue Zerg.
Yep. And spawning across from him in the close air spawn on Metropolis, it is Vega's Bunny, taking out Runa, I believe was the name of the Protoss player in the last match
Correct, sir.
for his team.
Yeah, bringing up that 1-1, tying it up. I mean, again, I said, that first loss of the day could be a little demoralizing, but you got to remember it's one loss, guys. It's a best of 9 series, so first team to 5 wins. And
Oh, 2x. That's it seems to be placed wrong actually though.
yeah, I was gonna say the supply depot.
It's interesting. He could also go for an add-on here, but it's generally generally you see players go for the. This was ridiculously popular back when 2-racks was really the standard in TVZ. You would just have like a racks on either side and that supply depot in the middle. People would even add it afterwards,
Well,
but
we
this
saw
map
Buddy
depends.
with ample strategy, and yeah, there's a little funky bunker, or sorry, barracks location going down. So I think we're gonna see something cool come out of him.
Yeah.
But before we get too far into this,
Ooh.
guys, let's give a shout out to the sponsors of this event. Zeke TV and Six Bowl Gaming have put together a $1,000 prize pool for this event. To explain the breakdown, $600 going to first place, $250 going to second, and a quote-unquote measly $150 going to third place. So, I mean, all top 3 contenders for this tournament will still come out ahead. No
Yeah.
question about it.
I like the fact that just a little added bonus. I like the fact that Buffy sent his Overlord over, and then immediately scouted cross positions with his drone, but then rerouted it over to what he now knows is the main base of Bunny.
Yeah, and it's so annoying dealing with that drone scout. Like, why can't the Overlord just be enough, right? Of course, this is coming from the Terran perspective.
Do you find it more difficult? Because I'm pretty sure you've casted both of them. Do you find it more difficult to cast like Hyun and Byun in the same game, or Bunny
Oh
and
my god.
Buffy?
You know what? I hadn't considered Bunny and Buffy until just now, so thank you for ruining this game for me. But no, Hyun and Byun are terrible, especially when they pick similar colors.
Yeah, they usually do too, which makes me sad. Because Hyun's been branching off a little bit. He used to be purple all day, every day.
Dude, purple, pink, terrible
Yeah.
combos. I think actually, yeah, no, I was gonna say something contrary to this, but purple and pink definitely my least favorite when you have similar races.
I think I'd love to get his thoughts on the placement of the barracks. Obviously he floated out there. It did not
I
start there.
think if that drone hadn't scouted, maybe we would have seen something a little different.
It makes it easier for bunker defense. Generally, when you see players like a Terran player get going up against some roach aggression, and they need to actually build bunkers in the main, it's awkward that they have to build one on either side because of this really narrow wall on the left of your barracks. But here you can just clearly place one bunker on the top if need be. But I like his positioning right now, even behind the neutral supply depot.
Yeah, and looks like we're going to see that very typical Banshee Hellion opening. Hoping, figuring, fingers crossing. But
I would imagine.
well, I was gonna say, like, we've seen a lot of things lead towards that in this team league specifically that end up being, no, we just got like 4 Hellions out, now I'm doing a bunch of Marine tank stuff.
Metropolis is a weird map. Generally, it evolves from a Terran perspective around 2 base timings, or getting a ridiculously fast 3rd base and going for a quick 5 base with planetary fortresses in the middle. Planetary Fortress I, and all that jazz. But
Fortress Eye, I like that.
Fortress Eye, yeah.
That'll be like the new term.
Fortress is clearly a Latin derivative.
Well,
Um,
for those who don't know what Panda Side was, just real quick, I mean, there's these beautiful narrow chokes that are just perfect. They like beg to have a planetary fortress in each one of them.
or infestors behind them to fungal. Broodlords, like this is every single matchup. Even ZBZ, I often see it evolve into Broodlords on this map. The Broodlords obviously positioned defensively behind these ramps, and it makes it really difficult to get infestors up there because like corruptors really don't give anything if you're going corruptors primarily to deal with the Broodlords, but you do need those infestors, infested Terran, fungal growth,
They don't
etc.
give any particular explicit words.
Yeah, no, totally not. And we are going to see Cloak, and this is actually going to be scouted by Buffy.
And that's some pretty good timing
Beautiful
stuff, too.
timing on you. Over to Cloak Scout.
But of course, Hellions have already been rallied out. But look, I think, yes, double evolution chamber wall, 4 queens. These Hellions
Yeah.
are not going to get into the base anytime soon.
This reminds me of Damaga's playstyle. He even has a Roach Warren coming down here too. Evo Chamber, full wall off. He's not actually using a spine because he's gonna have 5 queens on the map relatively soon. 6 even. Wow. All right.
Yeah, as long as he pays attention to the front, the Banshee doesn't draw all of the attention to the back of the base, there's no reason for him to let this wall fall.
And seeing this many queens, it means generally your opponent's going to be pretty defensive, unless they're going for some weird Nidus play or like Overlord creep drop all in, which is not really all that viable considering how far the 2 bases are on this map. So because of that, Bunny immediately plants his 3rd down on location, actually. And even cutting a couple Hellions in order to get that out faster. Generally, we see it around 8 minutes if you're going for 6-8 Hellions. And he has double engineering base following this up, too. This is just really... Both players are gearing up into the long game.
Yeah, and I guess I was hoping to see a few more tanks or something on the field, but no. Already starting that switch to barracks production. Some stim on the way. Another reactor, so he's going to continue Hellion production.
Yeah. And I wouldn't even be surprised to see a multitude of reactor add-ons coming down from this factory. He may even, either before or after a Raven, just swap this starport over to get medevacs out pretty soon, because he was really harassed based on that last game on Daybreak.
Yeah. And
Viking is just so useful.
You gotta take what small victories you can as Bunny trying to pick off some creep tumors. It's about all he can do, though, is there are just too many queens.
It gets to a point where you just have to kind of give up and then deal with it with your follow-up push.
And more barracks on the way, guys. So definitely going to see a lot of bio stuff. Now, the cool thing about bio is, of course, you do get the huge mobility, you get the medevacs, etc. But right now, one thing I do want to point out is Bunny has been going around starting to clean up Overlords with a lone Viking. And this is going to allow him to get in there with those medevacs without being seen early on.
Yeah. Unless he loses it to a Spore Crawler.
Oh no, 5 health remaining. He might lose it to a queen.
Oh, he does scout the Nidus, however,
that is
which is
huge.
Because obviously there is a Nidus coming on.
Oh, and it's going right next to where he's building, so hopefully he caught that. Yeah,
SCVs come immediately, and they will be able to kill this if he gets this around in time.
Yeah, Nidus Wars don't have a lot of health, and even if it does complete...
The AI screwing up a little bit because of that supply depot, but he should be able to get it nonetheless.
Even if he didn't, only like a unit would have come out, which the SCVs also could have dealt with.
Yeah. Nice reaction to immediately pick up the 3rd that has now completed into an orbital. But because of this Nidus play, we see Buffy, like, his 3rd base is ridiculously delayed, considering what's standard on this map. Another Nidus does go down, so...
Yeah, I mean, this is... It's an expensive investment, and it's not so easy to abandon.
Yeah.
But as long as Bunny is paying attention, doesn't really let up on the minimap, he shouldn't have a problem. But oh, it goes off outside the base, and there's not a lot here.
There's siege tanks up in position here. He will be able to get a couple support.
Queen's actually joining us too, so we might just see a bit of transfuse action happening, guys. Nah, they're just gonna be chased back.
Nice focus fire on the Queens. Realizing how useful it will be as the game goes on to have that, along with so much energy.
Oh, and the supply depot at the front will burn down. A little unfortunate, but 2 supply depots to completely deny that Nidus Worm, 100% worth it.
Yeah, just imagine if he had that lone Viking out, still.
Yeah, running around catching these overseers.
All of those OVs. Oh, unfortunately there is creep being dropped down here, and it has gotten to full saturation, so this will take upwards of 2 minutes to actually reseed. Meanwhile, a little roach contingent is moving out along the 2nd watchtower.
How cool would it be if, like, EMP helped clean up creep or something? I mean, like, it's just... There's no way to deal with that.
Yeah, you just have to kind of either snipe it before it gets to full saturation or just wait it out.
Well, this
on
roach...
Ohana, I think this is just...
Oh, no, sorry, I need to point this out. The roaches are going to get in from behind. Yeah. Of course, this command center is not landed yet, but these will deny it. And might just prompt Bunny to come back home.
Yeah, Bunny's army is out in the middle of the map right now.
No, but another Nidus coming out.
Oh, this is actually a great play here. Immediately trying to block with the barracks, but it won't be enough. Only a single bunker with 2 Marauders is in position, and Bunny's just going to go for it.
Too much damage from those roaches.
He doesn't actually have another tank queued up, so he's going to have absolutely nothing back here to deal with this. This is simply going to go to a base trade.
Oh, and he killed his own SCV there. A little mean.
Yeah.
Tides of War. But, you know, base trading, guys. Oh,
Here's the advantage of the Nidus Canal.
there's a
But the
lot,
siege tanks are already in position in a great spot.
and there are
I don't know if
banelings.
retreating was the right decision here. We'll see.
Yeah, Terran army, of course, very good, but I think with the amount of roaches on the field, oh no, I guess just because of the fact that he could lift off, Bunny had to come back home.
Yeah. The banelings do not have speed, but they will be something that the tanks have to deal with in order for this
on
to be
creep as
successful.
well.
Oh my god, those baneling detonations are horrific.
Yeah,
And
only
that's
catching
again-
the tanks.